Nice. How is it looking though? Why does it look so ass? Oh, it doesn't look too bad. It's crazy. Nice. So let's see if we can swap. Place. I want that last pick. I'll swap with the support. And then we swap with... No. Ain't no way the mid laner gets it. Ain't no way. I guess there's nothing we can do. Bruh. Type shit. Where's my chat? That's cool. I guess. Am I getting counterpicked? Maybe. Let's see what happens next. Who's my enemy? Let's go Gragas, okay. You know, Gragas is annoying, but you can just scale, you know, just scale. Just scale into Gragas. I wanna proxy farm. Third wave crash into proxy farm. Wer hat das Fenster gekippt? Alter, es kommt ein Kabel durch das Fenster. Max farm. Farm maxing.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. "30 seconds until minions spawn.
I panicked.
Minions have spawned.
Why would you stand here and not here?
I'm no jungle main. What's the plan? Third wave crash into proxy. So let's last hit. Yeah.
First blood.
I know what happened. That's not good.
Enemy killing spree.
Am I too late? I might just be too late. I'm too late, yeah. Let's get every CS possible. I'm gonna kill myself, IRL. Holy. What am I doing?
An enemy has been slain.
I'm too fixed on, you know, on wanting to proxy. I need to just farm, only farming. So what I'm gonna do now is I will let them waves meet. One shot this one and I can't. Kane is top. I will just grass it. Okay, this guy's top again. I thought he would clear his camps. Yeah, I knew he was top, but I thought he would clear his camps. That is not fog. Can we redeem? Probably. Possibly is. He has no R. What? He has it again? Holy fuck. Holy shit. Why does he have it again? Why does he have E again? Why is Gragas E cooldown the lowest cooldown in the game? What? Holy shit. Like, I hate this champion, it's crazy. Cooked. Not.
Shut
crash
been
out.
slain.
I'm about to crash out. I'm about to crash out. I'm gonna break my monitor, I swear. Like I have like 3 CS a minute. Oh shit. Eclipse power spike gonna hit hard.
An enemy has been slain.
I'm gonna fucking kill myself, holy shit. Like always the same shit. Always the same shit. Like it's... oh. I get one shot.
Enemy rampage.
It's kinda funny. But I can't. I guess who didn't want to swap with me? So, guess who was? Guess who is blaming everyone but
An
themselves?
enemy is
Me.
unstoppable. Shut down. Turret plating will fall soon.
I need to tank one more wave so that he doesn't get turret platings. Have fun.
Your turret has been destroyed. Your turret has been destroyed.
Like how is bot lane losing so crazy and top lane? At the same time, jungle and mid. Crazy good. How does that work?
Killing spree.
Nice, so nice. I'm gonna have to play around with this.
Double
Sarah.
kill. An ally has been slain.
crazy. Like, am I cooked? I might be. But what do they gain from killing me? You know?
An ally has been slain.
Nice, nice. I got 1 kill, finally.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Full aggressive. Nice, let's kill this guy. Win con from the enemy is just
Your turret has been destroyed. Down. An ally has been slain.
Like A-ramming top lane would not help this game. It's been a good fight, no cap. Not bad, not bad.
Your turret has been destroyed.
It is dangerous to go further. I'm gonna go top. Yeah, I would have died if I went further. No. Fuck this Drake. Let's go farming.
Your
Let's get
team has
Sundered
destroyed a
Sky.
turret. Your team has destroyed a turret. Double kill. Your turret has been destroyed. Your inhibitor has been destroyed.
What did I do?
Slain. An ally has been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret. Enemy killing spree. Your turret has been destroyed.
Like, why would... Like, everyone dies when I do...
Your turret has been destroyed.
When I try to kill the Tristana. That's crazy. That everyone dies. That's crazy. Damn. That is crazy. Zen. Kinda cooked. Okay, first death. Let's just go quickly over it. Let's go over it quickly. I wanted to have a 3-wave crash. 3rd wave crash is really hard. I really tried though. I really tried. Maybe I could have been more aggressive. That's basically my whole laning phase. He presses E. Kragas presses E. That's it. But I did not see that I saw Kayn right here. And that made my mind kind of fixed on Kayn starts topside, but he did not. He never started. I realized when I realized like about now, okay, he did not start topside. The cool part is though I got almost every CS. What I should be doing now is wait, just let the wave push to me. 3rd wave crash, let the wave push to me. Jungle will come topside again in a few minutes. Could even go back. I could do a cheetah recall. You know, cheetah recall. That's the perfect thing I could do here. A longsword. So did I. You know, I made a plan. It did not. You know, I can't be fixed on my plan. Don't get too obsessed. Don't get tunnel visioned. Do not tunnel vision on plan. That's it. Greetings, dear viewers.
Greetings, dear viewer. I did not want to make this video, but I've been left with no choice. Recently, on the RADC main subreddit, a post appeared on the front page with the following title: Actual win rate data for each role. Axpetu debunked. The thread itself starts with the following sentences. A bit late to the party. Disclaimer. I am biased against Axpetu due to his frequent misuse of complex terminologies, frequent shilling of coachless with whatever means necessary, and spreading of misinformation without disclaimer to large audience. Usually, my response to such threads would be the Finnish saying, älä kaiva verta nenästä, which roughly translates to, don't pick a fight you can't win. However, recently, when I've posted anywhere on YouTube or Reddit, I've received hate messages, which I don't usually receive. For example, on this video by Coach Rogue, I was talking about flat HP versus scaling HP, because I think that is a very interesting trade-off.
Many from the early all in power flat HP, especially if your champion has HP scaling or you are running glass reset.
To calculate. And I talk about how jungle pet damage scales from HP, so flat HP actually speeds up clear, blah 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 blah. And this is the response. Okay, there's good messages, good messages, good messages. And then this. Oh, just because in top lane or mid lane. And this is now intuitive because maybe the off champion win, right? Bot lanes analysis of role importance in solo fraud. That's an table on
PhD.
actually speeds up clear, blah 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 blah. And this is the response. Okay, there's good messages. Good messages. And then this. Oh, just because your trash website says so. And furthermore, PhD in mathematics and trash at league.
Trash at league, it's challenger. What?
So what is going on? Why am I getting flamed on ABC main subreddit? And am I actually a fraud? Let's check out the context here. So everything started when I tweeted.
You know? It's the same shit. But let's focus on the first waves and jungle tracking. Jungle tracking is the most important thing here.
This following post on the Coachless GG Twitter account. Jungle is twice as important as bot. A data-driven analysis of role importance in solo queue. What we did here basically was we trained a logistic regression pre-game win probability model on 35 million gold plus solo queue games. That's a lot of words.
That's a lot of...
What does it mean? What we did was we tried to use a machine learning technique, super robust and stable standard machine learning technique, to try to explain the variance in game outcomes using predict.
I'm watching videos. That's looking. Do we win? Yes. I think we do. I think we do. Kha'Zix. I do think we do win.
Awesome life.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. "30 seconds until minions spawn."
Now look at this ward.
Minions have spawned.
We are weak-sided until Kha'Zix shows himself. Weak-sided. So what I wanna do is second wave crash into
First blood. An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
That's big. Nice. Nice.
An ally has been slain.
Like I just kill him. Sorry.
You have slain an enemy.
Smart. He's using his R to get back to lane. That's why he didn't arm me. Like I can't stay though. I can't stay. There's gonna be a... Yeah, it's gonna be a plate. That's what I wanted to do.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
I need one more wave.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Double kill.
I have Eclipse. I have Eclipse, he's cooked. I fucked up real bad, but he fucked up
An
way
ally
more.
has been slain.
Nah. I'm agreed for one more.
Shut down.
No! He got his Q. He got
You have
his Q.
slain an enemy.
Sucks. It's well worth it for him. So, sucks to suck.
Killing spree. An enemy has been slain. Shut down. You have slain an enemy. Killing spree. Turret plating will soon fall.
Whoa!
An enemy has been
This
slain.
guy has some auto attack range, holy, or Q range.
An enemy has been
I don't know.
slain.
I don't know what I'm doing. Just perma fighting.
Your team
I
has
just
destroyed
need
a
waves,
turret.
I just need to farm.
An ally has been slain. You have
That's great.
slain an enemy.
Damn, 22 HP. Ah, -1. Brr.
An ally has
Search.
been slain. An enemy has been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret. Killing spree. You have slain an enemy. Double kill. Rampage. An ally has been slain.
I wanna push one more and then go B.
Unstoppable. Your team has destroyed a turret. Your turret has been destroyed. An ally has been slain. Unstoppable. Dominating.
I don't know, I have so
Your
little
team has
CS.
destroyed a turret. Your turret has been destroyed. Godlike. Double kill. Rampage. Dominating. Your team has destroyed a turret. An enemy has been slain.
What? She crazy with it.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
I go B. I get my death dance. I go mid, I guess. Top is taken.
Legendary. Killing spree. An enemy has been slain. Double kill. Aced. Your team has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed an inhibitor. Your team has destroyed a turret.
GG.
A summoner has
Damn.
disconnected.
After what? How? After what losing streak did I just win? One game? I had the biggest losing streak. And why did I win? I think I know why. It's because I played the early game right, you know? First kill is at minute 4, even though I'm playing against the Sion. My plan was, okay, I'm weak-sided, what do? I second wave crash and let it bounce. That's it. What do? Second wave crash. Okay, I missed one CS. Happens. Second wave crash, and now I let it bounce. And I don't contest so hard. I just lasted a few mini trades here and there, but mainly letting it bounce. Just letting it come out. I could have killed him there, maybe, probably, but it's dangerous. You know, it's dangerous. Kha'Zix could have skipped a camp, and he could have, yeah, could have. Like, I'm just letting it bounce. That's it. And I think, okay, now I'm pretty low. It's actually bad what I did. I could have played it way better. I could have preserved way more HP. Then I would have been way healthier on the next bounce. But yeah, that was bad. That's bad. I could just get dove. I'm lucky. I think I'm lucky. I'm just a lucky guy. But it's a step in the right direction. Letting it bounce. It's nice. Just let it bounce. Because Kha'Zix is coming top lane. I think I had a nice level up timer in the early game. Like right here. Level up timer. Zack. So not too bad. Not too bad.
Predictors such as player champion win rate. And the idea here was that when people were discussing Dante's ADC climb, there was a lot of talk about role importance, right? And I wanted to know if we could from data see any indication of role importance. The numbers that you see on the screen here is the relative impact of the player champion win rate. So for example, if your top lane is playing Shen, what is that top laner's win rate on Shen? And how predictive that win rate is in predicting the outcome of the game. I thought this was a good way to start the conversation. Like, hey, this is what we see using champion win rates as a predictor for match outcome. And you can see that jungle champion win rate explains the outcome of games much more than, for example, bot and support. Okay, that's fine. I posted it. I, by the way, put some limitations here. This model captures correlation, not causation. Basically, the interpretation is something like the win rate of your jungler on that champion correlates more strongly with game outcome than the win rates of bot and support. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Then this gets posted to our ADC mains, right? Okay, it's the same post, blah, blah, blah. The first comment. No way support is that irrelevant. Riot has already stated that they keep jungle and support the strongest roles in order to draw players to them. Any model that features jungle or support as the least important role is not taking something important into consideration. Let's look at one comment in particular. I'm gonna scroll down here through all the discussion. This comment, okay, by J1 Muff. The interpretation is wrong. What they are capturing is how important it is for each role to be skilled on the champion they lock in as compared to other champions they could have picked. That is what using champion win rate will give you. Now this is a very good comment. This makes sense. And now continue. What this is uncovering is a lower importance of champion-specific mastery for ADC and support. This is logical. Most ADCs are very similar mechanically, blah, 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 blah. Supports tend to be mechanically easier, so there's greater focus on macro. Okay, okay. Now this is a very good comment. Okay, then there's more like how do you say, like domain hypothesis based on the data. But he says basically, I think it is fundamentally incorrect to say that this is an indication of role-specific impact of skill on win rate. Now, I like this comment, and for that reason, we redid the data analysis, so we add some predictors. And what the concern here was primarily was that for a role like ADC, you would not want to use only the champion-specific win rate, but rather the player skill in general. So what we did is we included the off-champion win rate of every player in the predictive model, okay? And then we look at how good of a predictor that is in addition to the champion-specific win rate. So now for every player in a match, we are looking at, okay, how good is this guy in general on other champions? How good is this guy on his specific champion? And then we try to use those variables to explain the outcome of a game. And what we notice is, yes, actually, indeed, bot lane, here the 5.4, green one, right? That's the off-champion win rate. Bot lane's off-champion win rate is a better predictor than, for example, in top lane or mid lane. And this is now intuitive because maybe top lane and mid lane champions are more unique, and thus it is a better predictor to use the champion-specific win rate. Moreover, ADC players might play a larger variety of champions and thus have less games on each champion, making the win rates less reliable as a predictor. However, the general consensus of jungle being super important and support being the least important is actually even more emphasized when we redo the analysis, right? And now here stems the problem, I think, because this is completely, by the way, this is unopinionated. Like, I have no agenda for pushing support to be a weak role. It doesn't matter to me. I just want to know what are the role importances based on data. And this was my best attempt at doing that. We also redid the analysis here for Diamond Plus, because we were getting some feedback that, oh yeah, you can't look at gold games because they're not representative. But the basic...
What is broken can be reforged.
So now I need to abuse his early game. That is important,
Please, I want to get strong-sided, and if I don't, it is what it is.
Akali to diamond. Okay, he has no flash. Like, his early game is so cooked. It's beyond cooked. But Kindred is a pretty good early jungler. Do we win early? Yes. I say so. I say we do. Diana, crazy good early game auto-attacking champ. Riven, crazy strong early game champ. Porcelain, Kindred is a pretty good early game champ.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. "30 seconds until minions spawn."
That's what I thought. Yeah, sucks. Sucks to suck.
Minions have spawned.
Like, just don't fight when you don't have vision. Kindred. Okay, we are strong-sided. What do we want? We want to make this I wanna do a level wave 2 crash.
First blood. Slain.
Okay.
An ally has been slain.
What am I supposed to do? Oh. Maybe I should have killed a few minions.
Enemy double kill. An enemy has been slain.
Kindred is still bot side. I should be worried about Kindred coming top side. Actually, he's getting murdered. Never mind. And he's level 7. What? Okay.
Enemy rampage. An ally has been slain. Has been slain. A summoner has disconnected.
No, shit happens.
A summoner has reconnected.
Like these pings, they kinda hard to fast. Damn, like what the hell?
An enemy is unstoppable.
Okay, this Annie is kinda wants to finger me in the ass. That's pretty chill. Nada. I'm playing against everyone, I guess. What the fuck, Alter? Come on. Like, push, push, push. That's a problem. Like, what am I doing wrong, though? Mondo should not be removed from the game, XD.
An enemy is godlike.
Okay, that's a big mistake for me. That's a big mistake for me.
An enemy is legendary. Turret plating will fall soon. An enemy is legendary.
I hate Mundo.
Your turret has been destroyed. Shut down.
How is he tanky? Only builds HP. This game is an absolute shit show. It's crazy. And I freaking hate it. Like, why is this game so chaotic? I hate it. If this game wasn't so chaotic, if this any wasn't 7-0 in 5 minutes, it would have looked way different. I would have had a few solo kills on this Mundo, but no. Can I kill this guy?
Enemy killing spree. An enemy has been slain. Enemy killing spree. Enemy double kill. Your turret has been destroyed.
Like it's crazy.
Enemy
That's crazy.
double kill.
This any chest is nasty. Like I did not even lose in lane. I just lost to mid lane and jungle.
Enemy killing spree. Your turret has been destroyed.
I can't kill this guy anymore. It's crazy. Holy shit. I might get a little emotional, right?
Shut down. An ally has been slain.
No fish basket.
An enemy is dominating.
Like, what? Okay.
An enemy is unstoppable. Enemy double kill. Your turret has been destroyed.
I'm pissed. I'm pissed. Like, damn. Like, damn. I'm just pissed. I'm pissed that... Holy shit. Uh... What is this win rate? Ranked solo duo. Damn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 losses, 1 win, another loss. Hard manifest. It's not going too well. You know why? Because I'm playing versus... Ah, cool. does not show. Versus Emerald guys, and I can't play versus Emerald guys.
Results are almost exactly the same in Gold Plus and Diamond Plus. But that's besides the point. This tweet gets quickly reposted on the RADC main subreddit. XP to follow up to his role importance in solo queue. Long post. And discussion ensues. Okay? Then, after that, this thread appears. The XP to debunk thread. Now, I will try to quickly summarize what this individual has done and how they are supposedly debunking me. They looked at the top 100 players on 4 different regions, classified them into roles, then looked at the average LP, average win rate, average number of
But he looked at 35 million games in gold.
losses and concluded that I am actually a fraud. Okay? And let's go through this thread in more detail. I'll try to provide some information to perhaps supplement this fine analysis. So it starts off with this. When I first saw Petu's graph, I thought the same as someone else did. Just worded much better, so I will quote them. The interpretation is wrong. What they are capturing is how important it is for each role to be skilled on the champion they lock in. This is the comment that I brought up in the tweet as well, and based on which we redid the analysis to address this particular concern, right? But perhaps he came to the same conclusion, he just couldn't word it, right? That's fine. And this much is obvious. Petu is reading data which he doesn't understand, or he is just trying to create controversy for clicks. Or, alternatively, he's got so lost in what he's doing that he's just accepted the numbers he's got. Okay, fair enough. Maybe I'm just creating controversy. That's fine. Yeah, I have an incentive to create controversy. I get that. Okay. The sad thing is, even later in one of his posts, he explains, now this is what I tweeted, Bayesian smoothing with one fixed parameter, we are going to do a follow-up post with some more in-depth stuff to address concerns. What this is in relation to is a comment by Jack J, the founder of Itero, who asked what are criteria for allowing champion win rate into the modeling, do you require a minimum count? And the response is we use actually a method called Bayesian smoothing, and then Bayesian smoothing has a tunable parameter called basically the trust factor or K or whatever, depends on the source, right? And the reason why I talk about this stuff is because I know for a fact that Jack has dealt with similar modeling issues in his work on Itero, which is also a League of Legends analytics platform, right? So I say a quick comment, we use this, and we're gonna do a follow-up post to address the Reddit stuff and stuff like this. And then Jack responds, oh yeah, we use the same smoothing method, and they have this fixed parameter set to the value of 350. This means that they are trusting a prior distribution with the weight 350 games in comparison to data so that they can create a reliable posterior distribution. This is now very technical talk, which is not like supposed to be understood by people other than the one that I'm responding to, because I know that he has worked in the same field, right? However, this is now used by the author here in the Reddit thread as somehow a negative view of how I do things. So let's read this. The problem here, or the sad issue, is that whatever words he uses cannot be trusted, as he has frequently misused complex terminologies in the past, such as initial win rate probability. Now, the problem here is one. First of all, this is a technical comment addressed at a technical individual. I'm not addressing it to general League of Legends population. Secondly, my supposed or alleged misuse of complex terminologies is then supplemented by an example of the initial win probability. He has just made a typo here. The problem that I have with this in particular is that I don't recall when I would have misused this particular term, initial win probability. Furthermore, it is a term that I have actually coined in my master's thesis. So I literally came up with the term, and I feel like I am the one who has tried to use it in accordance to its definition. So what it actually means, the initial win probability, it means that whenever we are looking at a particular action, such as purchasing an item, it corresponds to the win probability that we had before that action. The initial win probability is a generalized concept of the purchase win probability, which we use on Coachless to describe the situation before an item is completed. So the reason why we call it purchase win probability in relation to items is because the action that we are observing is a purchase of an item. The initial win probability is a technical term used in my thesis to describe this in the general case where we are interested in any kind of action in any kind of esports, and thus using the term purchase would not be correct because we are looking at a more generalized situation where we want to compare, actions using win probability added. But that's just a clarification on the particular term. So let's continue. Secondly, initially he used data from 35 million games, which is just bad. So it seems that he has a problem with the sample size of 35 million games. I think it's a fine comment to make. For me, 35 million games is a pretty big sample size, so I'm pretty satisfied with that. But perhaps he has done it on a higher sample size. Let's see. Low elo has a lot of noise, and the data will not be good. Meta in lower elos aren't refined either. It's like analyzing chess games, but also putting in checkers matches. It will do nothing but corrupt the data. Same applies to Diamond 2 Plus also. Okay, so actually the 35 million games is too large from his point of view. His hypothesis is that we get better results using a more specific data set, specifically one for the top 0.01% of players, right? Because the majority of the League of Legends player base will be in Iron, Bronze, Silver, Gold, Platinum. That's like 90% of the player base. But I think it's fair, if we want to do analysis like this, to have this opinion that, we should only look at high-elo games. I have the opposite opinion, because I think that we should provide statistics that are useful to the majority of the league player base, because that way we are giving more value to more people, right? So that's why we do our analysis on a large data set, Gold Plus. What I find quite elitist here is saying that Diamond 2 games are somehow checkers compared to the vast strategic Master Plus elos or whatever his consideration of high elo is. If you look at the codeless plots, right? The Gold Plus results did not differ that much from the Diamond Plus results. But let's continue for the sake of argument and give him the benefit of the doubt. So he thinks that specificity is more important than the generalizability of a large data set. Okay. I went ahead and took a look myself to see if I could create something more helpful, and what I did was compare the top 100 players and average out their LP on each role in 4 different regions, which is what you can see above. So this was the tabular data here, where he has collected 100 players from each region in the top of these particular 4 regions. Not sure why he chose these particular 4, but maybe they're the major regions, so he chose them. And then he's compiled average LP, average win rate. But I think his main takeaways, as we can read actually, let's use his words, not my words, right? The data indicates that jungle, mid lane, and support are the strongest roles. Based on the summary of average LP, average win rate, and average losses across all regions and considering overall performance, the ranking of roles from strongest to weakest is jungle, mid lane, support, top lane, ADC. These relative role importances show how much a win rate, either off champion or on champion, predict the outcome of a game. For me, that is an indicator of how important / impactful the role is, because the win rate / skill of that particular player affects the game in X amount of way. I think that's a fine way to define impact. What this Reddit post tried to do was to rank the roles under high-low conditions from strongest to weakest using a certain kind of methodology. I won't comment on the actual methodology, or if it is correct, you can make your own conclusions. My point is rather that this is a different analysis with a different set of data that results in different results. I have nothing against people doing their own statistical analysis on League of Legends data. In fact, I encourage it. One of my main driving factors currently in content creation is to spread the idea of data-driven decision-making to the League of Legends community. However, I do have a problem with you using your analysis, which is unrelated to mine, in order to simply defame me and my product that I'm trying to build together with my colleagues. If you start a statistical analysis with the following words, I am biased against Axpetu, blah 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 blah, it's hard to believe that your intentions are objective and good. And then the second question is, okay, what kind of conversation arises from this kind of post? Thank you. As someone who actually studied data science during their masters, when I saw the values Axpetu was using to justify their BS, I could tell he was just rage baiting, probably to try to get people to pay for his coach's website. That win rate on-off champion variable is such a stupid measurement that I can't believe anyone would listen to him. Then he actually agrees with me for selecting Diamond 2+. No, okay. Even then, he does seem like someone who learned to tune AI models empirically and never did learn the proper data pre-processing and engineering to actually get worthwhile results. Do think it's damaging though, especially with no disclaimers to such a large audience. The amount of regurgitations of self-proclaimed experts after watching his videos is extreme because he is very obviously not an expert in the field himself. The word expert is subjective. It's hard for me to claim to be an expert in any field when I'm only 25 years old. I just haven't had enough time on this planet to truly master anything. Still, even though I find it unattractive, I'm gonna just drop my kind of credentials in this context. I've been challenger for, 8 to 9 years. I have a master's degree in mathematics from the top university in Finland. I completed every course during my university studies with the highest grade, and I've literally worked full-time with League of Legends data for the past year, roughly, maybe 2 years. So I have a certain degree of experience. I don't consider myself an expert, but I feel like I'm trying my best. That's all. I am relatively annoyed at a comment like this still, because it attacks my mission, okay? I just want to re-emphasize that what we are doing with Coachless is an attempt to create the League of Legends data that the player base desperately needs. This is something that arises from my own experience with the game, and I feel like I've assembled a team that can do that. When I see a Reddit post such as this, I feel like I have to respond because it is damaging my reputation, and that comes at the cost of the mission that we are trying to accomplish. With all that said, I hold absolutely no ill will towards the author of this Reddit post. In fact, I actually have a degree of sympathy towards them. Because in the past, I have also made this mistake of criticizing others instead of actually focusing on my own craft. And I promised myself that I would never fall victim to this trap or mistake again. Because in life, there are two kinds of people. There are those who complain, those who criticize others, and then there are those who simply focus on their own craft and the ones who are actually doing the doing, if that makes sense. And this is not just, it's not just life specific, right? It's actually, this is something that we learned from League. Like, League of Legends is a game that can teach you a lot, you know? And if you try to reach high on League, and this is what I did, right? If you try to reach high on League, at some point, you will just have to make that acceptance of, hey, you know what? It is not productive for me to be complaining about my teammates, you know? In this game, I happen to have good teammates, so there's nothing to complain about. But in those games where there is something to complain about, you know, when your top lane is 0-4, 0-10, you know, like you can complain him, you can flame him, you can criticize him. Is that gonna help you? Probably not. Just focus on your own craft, bro. Focus on the mission. Then good things will come. I want to talk a little bit about this game though. Like, I've been playing Nyla. I played a little bit of Tristana and Vayne first on this ADC account, and then I found Nyla. And this champion, this is a very interesting champion. I have seconds on my ultimate right now, so I'm just gonna kite this out a little bit, try to wait for my ultimate, and then we can go in. Fiora uses parry. I'm gonna try to get the Atakan here first.
Is he live commentating?
Katarina goes in. Okay, I'm huge here. I have ultimate. I hit it on 3 people. Look at this. I just keep hitting. I keep hitting. Big death stance healing comes in clutch. Then E, boom, wasted. Oh, triple kill.
Like he's Technoblade.
Nyla is really fun, honestly, guys. Nyla is really fun.
Like, bro, is Technoblade for live playing and commentating.
I'm surprised this champion is not playing
Technoblade
more.
did that. Only good players do that.
I think it might be due to this, like,
But I don't
same
know which
concept I
Elo.
was talking about earlier with ADC players playing like multiple ADCs, because I think ADCs as a kind of category of players have a tendency to play similar champions, you know, normal ADCs. And then Nyla is completely out of the scope of like normal ADC players, because they're like, oh, you know, it doesn't have 500 plus range. It takes damage. It takes damage in lane. You know, Nyla has a hard time versus bullies and this sort of stuff. But I'm gonna be honest, as a top laner, as a jungle / tank / melee player, Nyla is a really fun bot laner. Probably my favorite right now. It also helps that she's obviously like, I mean, I feel like she's kind of overpowered, honestly. And it might be just that she has this advantage of being a non-traditional ADC, so the opponent won't know what to do against her. Or then she might just be a little bit overbuffed because she's like not as popular. We're gonna finish the Lord Dominic's regards and then buy a little bit of magic resistance just because the way is melting me in these team fights. What makes Nyla so strong in particular is her interaction with melee specific items. So if you don't know, Nyla is an AD carry that's categorized as a melee champion because her normal auto attack range is, you know, closer to a melee champion than a typical range champion. What this means is that she gets all the added benefits of melee-specific item tuning. For example, for Yuntal Wild Arrows, your critical strike chance scales up faster. For Immortal Shield Bow, your shield is bigger. For Death Dance, the damage mitigation is also larger. So if you look at kind of like, let's say, optimal items for Nyla, either through one-trick statistics or from Coachless, you will see that Yuntal Wild Arrows, Death Dance, Immortal Shield Bow are at the very top, right? And all those three items have this melee-specific kind of buff that then Nyla gets to abuse. And Death Dance in particular is a very overtuned item, so to be able to build it on full efficiency on an ADC is just I mean, so it's a little bit obnoxious, honestly. But summa summarum, this champion has much more, I think, a much more interesting kind of like item space than most traditional AD carries. So that's one of the reasons why I kind of fell in love with her during this little ADC thing. I might actually continue playing ADCs. So basically I think I've played like, I don't know, 15 games on this ADC account. It was the old talented account, so it was the talent only account. Starting MMR was like Emerald, right? So you know, I've been just playing Emerald Diamond games. But I've been having a lot of fun. The reason why I wanted to do this was to actually get like more understanding of how ADC players feel. Because when I saw all these Reddit posts, I was like, okay, is there something about this role that makes them feel like this? Obviously don't want to generalize because there were a lot of smart comments and a lot of interesting takes on the whole discussion. And to be honest, this whole response was to a very vocal minority. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you as always. I'll see you in the next video. Maybe with some ADC content, maybe with some Shen content. We'll have to see.
Bye bye, Expetu. Let's see. How did we play the early game? I think I got... Okay, this was bad. I'm gonna write it down. Don't fight This is actually pretty big. There, now I lost my flash. That's bad. I'm weak. No, I'm strong-sided. So what I want to do is second wave crash and let it bounce. I'll do a second wave crash, and I'm letting it bounce. And it worked. You know, it's nice. Perfect gameplay. Like, that's the good gameplay. Now I maybe should, I don't have any cooldowns, but I should I should kill a few minions here. Because yeah. The wave crashes and I don't lose a lot, but I lose so much. 1 melee, 2 melees, like 3 melees, 3 or 4 melees. I lose 3 melees. That's not good, but I have a huge wave. That's big. Nice. Then I push out. Okay. Next thing is Kindred is likely, very likely to be top side. Doing like a romp or wolves. So what I wanna do you know, I'm actually confused. I'm confused. How do I review a game like this? Like, I guess maybe just don't trade there, but what do you mean? I don't know. Like, why should I be prepared for any dive? I don't know. I die again. Like, what did I do wrong in this game? What is the huge... I don't know.